We have audio, we have something to drink, and it looks we are live. Welcome everyone. As I said previously, I really would like to certainly go back to AAA and the microkernel and otherwise just present here amazing stuff. But yes, we recurrently find ourselves here with stuff that is broken, but yeah, recurring theme, you might recognize the pattern from ARM to MIPS and everything some big companies are using somewhere broken, and even that more live channel this last night and morning wasn't the most impressed about the Rust C binding integration there of USB HID stuff. But yeah, wanted to build PowerPC, and of course this doesn't build, because why should it build? Firefox 8102 of previously, of course, Firefox worked some 3 years ago, 2020. You can't make this stuff up, so where is the error? And welcome everyone, highly appreciated. So good old-fashioned C++ compile error, because why should this freaking code of they only get 500 or so, nearly $500 million a year from Google there at Firefox. Why should this freaking code compile? So has no member of, you get the idea. I found here some stuff with MIPS, so I'm somewhat not the only one. People also get this on MIPS 2 years ago. So yeah, Firefox 33 reminder, Firefox 50 of some nearly 3 years ago. We could cross-compile for most architectures, but in nearly 3 years, of course, they can break everything anyway. Yeah, MIPS compile error, so it's exactly what we get here just for MIPS, and it looks like they fixed this, so maybe we can somehow adapt this. Also, yeah, 2020 unsuccessful one-man YouTuber between his bunker and basement needs to fix all those stuff, because apparently nobody else in 2 years has fixed PowerPC. Firefox can't make this stuff up. At least they have fixed MIPS since then. So essentially, they write here, Mike, how many? So also, is it just me, as you know, Buxler is full with stuff. Also, attention to detail, right? So my recurring critique of this stuff is, why can big mega corporations or mega foundations who already get a shitload of money, maybe I should somehow make here some open source startup incubator foundation stuff and collect money from Google and IBM and do something more amazing with hundreds, thousands of dollars. Because is it too much to ask? So this bug doesn't even look here. So this is the changes of this bug, at least as seen here maybe. And you really wonder, is it too much to ask if they refactor this? It doesn't even look like the most complicated change on Earth, or not like rocket science and flying to Mars or something, or building a cellular network on Moon or so. So it's just some pointer data indirect thing. It's like, freaking, is it too much? I mean, seriously, I soon, I mean, it's, and yeah, attention, but I really don't understand, for $500 million a year from Mozilla, from Google, can they not freaking keep some other platform code compiling? And yeah, I mean, we could try to, I mean, yeah, also they rename stuff, because certainly you need to rename this. It doesn't even look like too complicated. Maybe most of the files are nearly the same. We could theoretically, do they nowadays, wait a second, this is, yeah, so this is also touching a couple of files. But yeah, I can't do anything more than documenting this stuff here, and I wish, I don't know, at least we fix the stuff. So if you want to support fixing all the stuff, because I don't know, apparently nobody from Debian got this, maybe, or yeah, maybe other distributions also don't send their stuff upstream, and maybe there is some fix. So if you want to help, besides share, like, and Patreon there, which is amazing that some people sign up there, you could also live here on this channel right now Google if some other distribution has a patch for that would save me maybe some minutes. And yeah, let's continue in a second. yeah, so this file doesn't even, yeah, not sure. I just don't really have time. It was like we go live now or not today. So I thought I share this amazing news. Also in other news, for Spark it built and PowerPC64 it built surprisingly. So maybe we can copy PowerPC64. However, both segmentation fault, right? So more recurring theme here, even if this stuff builds an segmentation fault. Both on startup, which is a on Spark Firefox 50 segmentation faulted. Latest Firefox on Spark still segmentation faults. On PowerPC 64 that's a regression. Actually, you know what? Fun fact: I have the G5 running. That is a little bit waste of electrons. Anyway, on the G5 on PowerPC 64, previously Firefox 50 did cross compile and start. So that is a regression from previously was working. But yeah, so you see, I said this in the previous video, this is also, I was joking already, in my next live or next year I open a beach coffee, because for 20 years I see this code changes for 20 years, and I also somewhat lose my face, not only in the industry, but certainly open source, everyone. So basically for 20 years I sit here or in some other basement, and each and everyone's maintainer is just constantly causing regressions and defecting and breaking each other's code. It's, yeah, you get gray hairs from that, unfortunately, as proven here live on this channel. Let's see which file this is. Certainly PowerPC whatsoever something. So struct something of PowerPC Linux, of course. Also, darn, this was tmux and didn't copy the whole file. So xpcom reflect md unix. Yeah, so it doesn't copy well because also use fix file instantly for that. But yeah, if you, in case you're wondering what does it take to support all. Oh, wait a second. Also, this is someone not what I wanted to copy. What it takes to run the distribution, you probably don't. Nobody wants to use it. So no need for 1035th distribution that only works on x86. So few distributions like T2 who try to support everything, constantly battling with all the regressions and stuff. Slightly, so let's go in this directory and see xpt c invoke PowerPC. They probably have a 60, no, oh yeah, they have ptr. So yeah, they apparently, unfortunately this is not a git checkout of whatever they use right now. Maybe we should actually Firefox git or something, and because this might allow us to easier copy this, but otherwise it doesn't even look like the hardest change to do. Replacing is pointer with is indirect. So is indirect, and then from pointer wall, what do they have here? JS wall. So the problem is, of course, that also this is 64. Maybe we rather look at the problem is it's not always that easy. So they have here, you see the code looks slightly different regarding TSJ wall, otherwise, so either it's pointer or, yeah, so I've not designed this code, so always, but yeah, not only do you need to be very fast adapting to other code, but flexible and stuff. You can't think there too much about all the details. Do they have also Firefox somewhere or Mozilla? There would be that. Let's see. Did someone find some? So yeah. In the meantime, so MIPS was fixed. RISC-V. Maybe in the latest version, RISC-V is supported. Whatever they have done. The free real estate says funny how they pay for all the continuous integration cloud systems. But yeah, I mean, continuous integration for x86 only. Certainly they don't support all the platforms, but in my opinion, they would also not need to let it bit rot like this. I mean, so the question is, what do we have here, x86? The question is, how did they previously use, I mean, also ever changing this stuff, right? in my opinion, there's also really a limit. Here, so is data or is indirect, so that is some bit flag definitions. Well, so they have changed it from pointer data to indirect. It's like, yeah, amazing change. It totally looks super amazing. And they obviously, I mean, but is it too much to ask to at least like adapt the other platforms? I mean, if this would be my project, which maybe we should fork Firefox and run it ourselves or something, at least I would like port all the others, even maybe if I can't compile test it or something. But then if I would be a 1,000 employee foundation and had $500 million a year, at least I would have a cross compiler. But then I have also the amazing T2, that distribution that is T2 with all the cross compile stuff. So ARM, I still try to find out here x86. So all the other platforms, for some strange reason, what is it, by the way, is indirect. So why do they take the address of so the others is a pointer directly or what? So then either the question is just so they write here, it's not that easy. Maybe we should rather look, maybe they only converted those who were easy, because would be doesn't directly apply to TS vol. Indirect, yeah, so the MIPS code here is similar. Also maybe we can copy that from, where, in which directory are we even now? PowerPC64. Linux, CPP, why are here two PowerPC, what is this? Invoke and stops, obviously, yeah. I think it was invoke, wasn't it? Is indirect. Okay, so this code here is actually way more stuff. Okay, so this is PowerPC64, so if indirect, then this, otherwise that may or may not. The question is, do we need to, what do they have done for the MIPS change? Where are the proposed bugs, something? Yeah, at least the MIPS platform is active, unlike, like, also, yeah, 2020, like MIPS so much to IBM's Open Power. Maybe I actually also should ask for, maybe I should actually ask IBM for some sponsorship or something. By the way, was not someone. And Glaucus finally courted. Yeah, so what do you mean? You finally court? What do you mean with that? So what do we have here? Status news. So this should be the change. Also maybe the Studios Mercurial. So invoke Linux. Wait, here are some more. They also fixed. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, resolved. But so then later they fixed S390X, because obviously that is a super highly. It's like, yeah, more people obviously run S390X. The MIPS and PowerPC64, but not. I mean, why did they then? But yeah, somehow I find all the bugs. PowerPC really said so, but I mean, this change looks easy enough. Maybe we try how far we get with just adapting that from is indirect to taking the address of that thing, and see what happens, because that's what we usually do. Anyway, PowerPC64, also, yeah, PowerPC64 is supported yet on my G5, which fun fact is running here, because I forgot to. A little bit busy here with all the things, YouTube thing here, and then the. Also, maybe I shouldn't always do leak here stuff of, let's see, can we directly, not sure which, was it that or that? Okay, then root password, root login not allowed, because it is certainly a good standard x82. So in case you're wondering, here's that thing. It's even on. So let's see if maybe we can YOLO that quickly. Let me just maybe. Otherwise, girl is not happy and. Yeah, only live on this channel watching. Answering here texts live on this channel. So is pointer, this is also power, this was already adapted, come on. So is pointer, so let's see if we can do this, is indirect JS, well what is it, XN, JS wall, what, actually wait a second, is this, I think an XPS type, JS wall, what did they, JS is indirect, what did they previously here, JS wall, no, maybe they didn't adopt this because complications S type, so this S type stays, and I slightly wonder why JS wall value, does any other platform use this JS value of Spark? Certainly, what Spark maybe also broken, because obviously maybe at least, so probably only Spark and poor PC starts, no, whatever. Let's see if it compiles and see what happens. I'm slightly wondering that it's not more in line with x86 32-bit old-fashioned stuff, but whatever. So JS wall this thing, then otherwise temp use, I think this was this address of the temp use64, and then is not indirect, is indirect double, maybe that, but yeah, I mean, also if this would be my code, that people learn something, as we want to spread the awareness, and that you can not only play along at home but also learn something, I would just not constantly rename the stuff. And also, if you desperately name this, so I mean, pointer and indirect, it's still quite close. I would probably not have renamed this. If you desperately want to, for more clarifications, then run SED over all this stuff, and maybe spend an extra minute or two to, because you who does this might have some better understanding. Certainly I understand this is here some boxed use of pointer versus other stuff, and using here some bits for encoding the type and stuff like you usually do on dynamic languages. Of course, I don't know all the design decisions for all the JavaScript value stuff that maybe this is actually integer, so probably that is integer value of that, but yeah. Also, where did I just edit this? So indirect type something maybe, and is indirect. It's most like indirect, right? Is indirect. Also, I slightly wonder, I thought the more common convention was method names lowercase, slightly. Why is this uppercase? But no. What are conventions when everyone can break it? Also, yeah, there were 14 shitty standards, now there are 15. Is, oops, indirect, indirect, aarch64, long, line dot even register pairs, something. Let's see what happens. Can't crash more than crash. Thankfully, we cross-compile on, well, not on 2.5 gigahertz. G5 does it to our surprise. Maybe compile, maybe not. We will see. I even had to import also this broke already this instead of clearing an object of type NXP variant with trivial copy assignment of warning void memset, clearing an object of what? This is a warning. Why do I even look at this? Min first alignment. What is going on here? JS JIT. Unified CP self like bit reserved for GC should support JIT mode. Nah. What? I don't want to implement a JIT now here for what? Static assert of JS garbage collector done. It's a little bit more. I hope we just patch that and not patch here more. Which file was it even? Code alignment, min first word alignment. Search and failed cell should support JIT code. Code alignment. Oh man, boys and girls playing along at home. What have I signed up for? But isn't it nice how all the individual contributors, some big mega corporations like IBM and Mozilla and stuff can't get this stuff done for 2 years, and the unsuccessful people sit in the basement or attic or something and ask for Patreon and YouTube donations. And then you were wondering why I'm dreaming about starting a microkernel and some JIT stuff. Because can never have too many JITs enough. So this was line 295. So static assert code, so check that reserved bits of cells are compatible with our typical allocators in most driver classes. JIT code alignment, min first word alignment, nah. I mean, we don't have a JIT anyway. You know what, 295, I'm curious how much of this stuff compiles, or don't try this at home. This will probably well, decide we don't have a JIT, so whatever, but it's probably explode sooner than later, and don't do this in production code. We could, however, did we have this copied? Let's see if we find something. Enhanced x32, and I need to disable. What is this? So this is x32 because obviously when you're running this memory optimized stuff, then you don't have JIT, because it would be to needs enabled assert min code. What is this here of GC are if not defined. Why is this not in there when so it compiles further. Let's maybe what was it, 295 or something, and let's more try this at home. I mean, soon I have here the better Firefox than Mozilla if we continue with this live here on this channel. 295, let's try that. And then here is some NXP variant pointer. Alright, I did forget to rename this variable because obviously this is line 50. Fix file. I said 50, didn't I? Oops, that somewhere also was something. Did I not copy enough of? Alright, somehow I didn't. Fix file. There we have that. Did I say 50? Probably I said 50. So pointer. What was this new thing of? Alright, now it's a value. I have the feeling this will more likely crash than. Do we have one more? Maybe not. Let's see what happens. Maybe maybe we should keep, let's build and then we look up. As I said previously, I learned already with my 270 MHz Ultra Spark to work efficiently and let this stuff compile while we look here at stuff. So this was the original patch. And what even was it supposed to do? Eliminate pointer and maybe even efficiency and whatnot, and reusing the value. So probably what tricks that you also learn something, and you see that I'm not the most entirely most unsuccessful dummy YouTuber. So what you usually do is, for example, here you can use the lower bit encodings. So what you normally do is using one type, like doubles or something, floating point doubles, which is also what Lua is doing or LuaJIT is doing, and use some bits like or other representation. Usually this is floating point non-representation, so floating point NRN boxing is what this is usually called. And what is the purpose of this is that you have like one value type, like double everywhere, and yet still store their pointers and other values of using special not a number encodings. And I guess they have done here something else, and maybe initially they've not done it as amazing as LuaJIT or something, because maybe they were not as professionals or whatever, or this. And anyway, so this is also optimization. So probably they had their type and pointer and value, and then someone some years later noticed, hey, this optimization potential of not having their type, value and pointer stuff. And so what you could also do is if you can use one thing, because if you need more type bits next to your pointer, you have more than one natural word quantity of your processor, which might be like 64, 32 bits. And so one trick that you can do is, if you don't certainly want to use more memory and cache and stuff, you can, for example, align everything on natural word boundaries, like 4 bytes or 8 bytes, and use the low bits so that the low bit should always be 0. Again, I have not looked into what exactly this is doing, but so this is how maybe they got rid of this, of pointer versus value, that pointers need to have the low bit 0, and if the low bits are not 0, then it's some other value. Maybe I'm just speculating, of best guess of let's see, indirect is pointer, so set indirect is this stuff, so this is flex is indirect is where is this? Is indirect, so is data, so yeah, this is 1, so maybe they store in, should be passed, and this should be passed by reference. So could be that, it's not too clear, but well, they use here 1, so it could theoretically be, where do they store this is indirect of, pointer is data. Anyway, you get the idea, something of that sort. What did we, we compiled it. Yay, only here on this unsuccessful development channel, compiling what no one has done before for 32-bit PowerPC. So let's first of all fix file diff that. Fix file diff, only live on this channel. That's probably what you want to share, like, and subscribe for. Fix file diff of PowerPC 32, or just that, because whatever. And then we also want to install that. That would be mach, I hope, install does install. Sometimes probably not that I overwrite. The other day in video live I overwrote the, there's some whatever that is off. Let's see, we will see. Thankfully we have here a G5 idling with 1.25 or so gigahertz. Let's go. I already arsync this, so this is a 32-bit new thing. This is a 32-bit, and did I reboot? Uptime might already be up to hours, because I'm not live streaming all the garbage here. And proc mounts, and yeah, I had this unknown beta. Wait a second, dev temp. Oh no, this is apparently dev proc this. Okay, rsync, that is it, probably it. This might be, we have more drop frames 2.2. The drop frames not brought to you by failing Vodafone cable, Germany, DOCSIS cable garbage. Anyway, so is this the right directory? Because sometimes I need to set new 32. What might this password be? That password might probably be that. So what this is doing is rsyncing this, and somehow it did not properly install, because why should it? What did it do here even? Mach install of, how did it fail? What did it even do here? Install echo, why did it not install? Most recent, what is going on here? It builds, but it doesn't install. What crap is... Also. But I had this also with the Spark build once. Really wondering how this... But yeah, bloody build systems. I really wish people would just like... Yeah, not 15 standards, that all sucks, but like make standard great or so. Because it really... Build systems get tiring after the fourth one, I can tell you, as senior live on this channel. Probably already tires you though. So welcome everyone. Also, of course, the stuff doesn't reload. Also, yeah, stuff doesn't reload right here and Chrome View 0 because, yeah, let's reload this because web in 2020, this is even Chrome. But what do? I use here two browsers to have here better focusing. Otherwise, if I use the same Firefox, then the Firefox constantly comes in foreground. So yeah, I mean, it also, yeah, mach run for that. So I mean, it finished release. It has here some Firefox. And why does it not freaking install? What is failing here? Exception in thread, process reader standard out. Why? What the freaking heck is going on here? Maybe desteer. It could be that desteer equals root. Let's see if that fixes the thing. That is the tiny inconvenience I might have. But this also doesn't fix it down. But it's just supposed to tear the stuff together from. I had seen this in another live stream of myself, Firefox, of dist probably, or where is this dist and lib of, is this, or, yeah, because the strange thing is here with this bloody symlink, so this is why I would prefer if this bloody install thing would install it. So the drawback is usually, maybe I should actually fix this, so of setting variables conditionally in functions, and then if I enter the debug environment they are not set. This is why maybe this fails now when it wouldn't be fail in a full build. Export. Yeah, because this is in a function that is run only later. Export, so this might be that. Maybe we should actually not run it here, then that in the future I don't have the same issue. Maybe like, I don't know, at stage cross and exported already, something like that, but it didn't fix that anyway, so it's not just that. What else do we run in functions? Export, this is some register that we probably don't run for this Firefox version. Darn it. Well, I'm pretty confident that the compiling but not amazing supported PowerPC 64 segmentation faults with the not even compiling and patched by myself version of PowerPC 32, not 64. I have the feeling this will crash the same. But at least I want to see it crashing. Nach install, what do we do wrong? Or it could also be what operation on closed file. I so hate modern build system stuff. They still have a client. MK, should we risk running? Yeah, let's use Bitwire. Thank you very much. Assholes, really, thanks, but no thanks. Well, we could, while we fiddle with that, build it again. It only takes It only takes 20 minutes or so on this epic thread tripping AMD Ryzen previous build video. Cheers. So someone writes, Debian has a PowerPC64 EL Firefox release for this year. PowerPC64 builds but crashes for me, so that is also a regression. Spark is from 2018. Yeah, Spark 64 builds but crashes. Spark 32 probably does not build because it has the same pointer type boxing thing to be patched. And so yeah, welcome everyone. Let's see, so while this is building now with hopefully the patch, let me double check that we have the patch in there, not to waste 18 minutes of that time, but Firefox, hello. PowerPC 64, that would be this thing, and that thing that probably looks like it should look. So the problem is, the last time, I don't want like to rsync this, and then it crashes anyway. This Firefox, so the Firefox stuff does tar this together, or maybe this or this one, maybe can copy D. Let's see if we can rsync that if we are lucky to, where's RG5 also somehow. Maybe someday I need to migrate here some amazing 3D so we can also test actually Firefox. So this is a previous cross-compile build, which was it? Either might have been complete. So let's rsync this stuff and hope that's all we need. Just all the stuff like which directory are we in? That one. And then didn't switch well theoretically, but now let's where's my second HDMI capture? No, where is it? Here's the second camera, because I can never have too many here. This would be the camera. That would be the HDMI cable. And where is the HDMI capture card? Here is the HDMI capture dongle. Let's restart OBS and see you in a second. So now we got ourselves here as fine. Second camera, that looks like that. So this is compiling, and this should be the output of, also probably suspended. This is called suspended. Fine little TWM, because only Novi cross-compiled everything. So, probably too tiny for you to read. The question is, do you want to read that, or do you rather want to have, I probably want to read it, right? Probably next you also want to, also can we make this maybe larger another day. So, new bind mount root, bind mount proc, bind mount this, bind mount dev, change mode in there. This is not yet as complete. Nah. Let's see GTK. So this is a not as fully complete thing. Of course, this crashes because it won't. Or maybe also, do we have a shell bin shell, oh we have a shell, post install d shared mine info. That probably fixes GTK recurring theme here. Demo still crashes, icon something. Probably still not, nah. Okay, we also need, let's see, as traces, I really need to open at this bloody icon cache thing. Also user x11, of course all the install stuff usually does this, but this is arsync clean build. Symbol from user x11 share fonts here also exists. Why does it exist? Then it probably exists. And by the way, this should have Firefox. Let's see if Mozilla Firefox. Wait, why do we not have? What? I thought which did I change? This is user. What did we? I hope I arsync the right one. Ah, wait a second. This was wrong. Umount proc def this root new 32, obviously bind mount everything again because we are stupid. Do we have a shell? Command not, oops. We have a shell. Post install shared mine info. Let's try that again. I wonder maybe GTK3 demo does this. Okay, icon, this is to be expected. This is this bloody. Also, which key binding to that? Also, this amazing keyboard, right? Previous video, Texio.2 build video there. Cherry MX Silent Red. Let me know how much you like that with a checkpoint, because trackpoint. Where did I had this? Here. This I had. So. Okay, I apparently had this maybe there and there. So much to 60%, and then where did you had your FN binding of stuff and you don't use it daily. So strace, and yeah, we need to YOLO that up also. Strace e open at GTK3 demo, and then mkdlp. Yes, it's super boring, and soon we need to write. By the way, this is icon theme cache, something lotus cache here, because in 2020 everything needs to be cached in the open source world. And oh, this was stupid. Okay, fine, whatever. Because I don't. There. And that was JDK Pixmap cache. Query cache. And GTK3 demos. Does this come up? No, hey, this comes up. Okay, fine. We don't have fonts for some reason, but this shouldn't stop. I mean, why don't we have fonts, by the way? Share. Oh, right, this was ln that. And so now we probably have GTK3. Also, isn't that amazing how yeah, so this is 32-bit PowerPC, and GTK3 stuff works. But a recurring theme, also some of the wrong theme. I probably wanted that theme, right? But recurring theme is also with Clang, LVM, Rust-C. It's like so much stuff needs to work with this modern software infrastructure, and yeah, Rust and Cargo. Also not basing like on GCC or stuff, not supporting all platforms like Hewlett-Packard Precision Architecture, or what else is not supported? There was some other one, but was it Intenium? Maybe. But also, like, yeah, everything works except this software as complex and Frankenstein together as Firefox. with everything in the kitchen sink, and then yeah, so much can go wrong. Also, all the cross-compiled Firefox on PowerPC 64, Spark 64 segmentation faulted on startup rather quickly. Maybe this one too, because this didn't even build without further patching. But you have to wonder if, yeah, but this is the state of software architecture, right? Everything YOLO together with previous video, even the C language binding there, more live channel this morning. And why? Yeah, this is also developed in ways, we can by the way test both. I've maybe not tested, not sure if I've probably not tested this one. Oh, the segmentation faults, no, thank you very much. So this is the old one. Wait a second, no, this is the new one. What did I even do? So the new one, segmentation fault, thank you very much. And the old one does a little bit more. Not sure if I've tested that, but hey, it works. So yeah, Firefox 50 works. And all the Rust cargo stuff, so thank you very much. 1 week of work. I said this in the other video. Other YouTubers there, like car YouTubers and stuff, you work on your vintage car, and at the end of the week you have made progress. With IT, with 20 years of experience and trying to keep all the stuff running, 1 week of all your free time and more than you actually have, and all you get is segmentation faults. Extremely sad. But this is also, the issue is, this is also scrolling here like, but unknown image format of probably RGBA. But this is Firefox 50, which at least freaking starts. We probably also can etc resolve because it is a change root. And then probably, so this is, people asked browsing performance. So this is a upgraded 2.5 gigahertz. Yeah, this is embarrassing, obviously also. Honestly, I killed this by myself. So how fast is it? So this is relatively, yeah, so this is probably broken due to, I was naive and embedded there some Instagram thing. But, so this is browsing a lightweight site, does more stuff work. Let's, our own stuff of t2sd.org. And, hello, waiting for, I mean, yeah, this is a 10-year-old static technology stuff of just some text. Also, yeah, Novo. Where is even my? Why is this not? Okay, fine, doesn't matter. Let's load something full-blown like such as /.org. But yeah, this is the old Firefox again. This is the low-hanging fruit thing of just Firefox. But there you also see the difference, right? Without all the complexity, the more complexity, the more stuff breaks. I mean, no surprise here, right? And the more complexity, people don't even keep the stuff patched. They change the internal stuff, and of course they don't patch it. J. American wanted to ask about RISC-V. Some of your RISC-V work from some... Yeah, so I also want to run, so soon we try to run a more full-blown RISC-V thing on the ULIX 3S of 50 megahertz 32-bit goodness that can run some lightweight Linux. So we clicked here, I mean, it's loading. It's like, yeah, it's doable, I would say. This is accelerated Novo driver. I mean, I could live with that, especially, well, certainly modern sites will be, nah. But otherwise, so more modern the sites, but this is also the same, not only in C, C++, and Rust code, they YOLO everything together from everything in the kitchen sink, but also websites, right? So, well, at least it scrolls, I mean, it loads. This is a 3-year-old version, right? This is Firefox 50, the nearly last version without Rust and cargo, but, well, at least it freaking works, right? It doesn't load everything because also, yeah, nowadays, a decade ago, web development was always like waiting some years. Nowadays, I have the feeling if there's a new Chrome version, all the websites are fighting who is adding the latest and greatest asynchronous load, whatever, something stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's doable. Even restore session. Let's have here a second side of tab. It's like, yeah. I mean, not too bad, right? I mean, certainly better than an SG Octane, and certainly, well, not too bad for, well, state of the art, but workstation from 2004 or something. Well, it's a little bit upgraded, right? 2.5 gigahertz SKU that Apple never made in that single configuration. Anyway, so yeah, the other version crashes. We can wait. But maybe the issue is then all the same, which is not too bad. At least if everything crashes from Spark to PowerPC, well, after we fixed it to even freaking compile it all, which might also have a bug. But again, the versions that I didn't had to patch to compile, like Spark 64 and PowerPC 64, also crash. So actually we could check how it crashes. So that would be Firefox JDB off. Do we have JDB? Hopefully. Oh, we have this already. Firefox bin. Let's see when we run this. The other, yeah, so the crash looks similar. You know what, we can actually, so the crashes in libxul, like libxul, and the thing is, of course, we see nothing, but similar to the ARM Pinephone, ARM64 Pinephone. On the ARM Pinephone, when we built with debug stuff, it didn't crash anymore in the previous video. But so this is, so libc is relatively early, generic start main const something. And so the good thing is that you may or may probably not be able to read there on, we have here the other version. So if we just go into new, that is a 32-bit, so bind want all this stuff again, proc this and def, proc this def, change root in here, and also here, also I didn't compile enough yet, no, JTK3 demos of, or did I not something, what was here with pixbuff, did I not generate mkdir? Ah, cool, we can actually just control RZ for convenience. JDK. But yeah, in case you didn't see a pattern, let me say again, everything, usually everything is failed to load. Also maybe this needs shared. Okay, let's vi etc post info shared mime info of bash that and run that. But yeah, also in my opinion, not the most amazing design that you need cache for the shared mime info stuff, and otherwise stuff, segmentation faults and image loader stuff. But what do I know about software design? Okay, this still crashes. Why? Surface assertion failed to load. JTK icons. What could be? Does this load as trace? Open, is this cache in the wrong position or what? Or maybe the assertion failed, couldn't pick path, JTK. Amount proc this. Def just don't want to accidentally clobber here some stuff. Let's rsync that again. I might have continued the build already, because this might be an rsync from previously. So new new rsync of PowerPC, that would be that. And I hope I don't live stream passwords of, what was this even? Need too many passwords. If we are lucky, we get quite some files. If we are not lucky, then we don't get some. Are we not lucky? Nah. What does it build when we continue that? Well, looks like we are done. Why does it? Then we should, what have I done here? Even new? Looks like it should be complete. Strange stuff. Let's do that again. We have the minute where we still wait for the other Firefox. Bind. The last time the big crash, or was it maybe the MIME info? Maybe because yeah, but so many stuff that can go wrong, including not huge fan of this caching stuff. JTK, I think, was it? Oh no, it works probably. So yeah, it must be this shared MIME info stuff. Totally not a fan of that stuff. And so opt Mozilla Firefox off, not patched by me, but upstream compiling but crashing here, or does it? Yeah, core dumps, because it does. Also, you don't see this because I'm stupid. JDB, run that, but backtrace there. This is pretty similar, and is this somehow is a little bit like the ARM one, so I wonder if it, yeah, I mean, if it goes away with debug info. With ARM, this was pretty annoying. You build it again and again, and each time you build it, some other random stuff happens. But yeah. Anyway, that's probably mostly it for this video. For this live stream, I hope you learned something, especially that doing something in open source is mostly a big waste of time, and big mega corporations can also at times not maintain their stuff in the most reliably working and maintained way. I slightly wonder, so the problem is if I mean, we could try that. Job 1 Firefox. The problem is that it becomes huge, right? The aarch64 debug build was over a gigabyte, because yeah, this is so freaking much source that yeah, building that with debug symbols is huge. Debug. So if we enable debug, maybe this is with size optimization. Should we what did we call the scripts? Okay, fine, we can also change it in config here. That would be what did we want to change? All right, we wanted to change this optimization to all right, we could actually optimize this with G for debug experience. We can also just call it lazy. This is 01. So yeah, welcome everyone, welcome again. So here we can take a look what else we see. Usual theme of not change too much for debugging, because then sometimes the other changes. The other changes Enable strips. This is already commented out. Also, cargo incremental didn't do much. Optimize of, yeah, enable optimize whatever, and we could comment it out and see what happens if it has much effect. I mean, lots of the stuff doesn't even have much of an effect. I think strip I had commented out. Yeah, so we could build this and see what backtrace we get. Which, yeah, that's how that goes. Anyway, to optimize the time, because it makes no sense for us to live stream at 20 minutes of us staring on the screen and log. I think usual theme here, buying groceries in the evening. I hope you learned something, especially how not to work. In my opinion, not good style to change half of this. It looks like a low hanging fruit that they, even without testing, could have applied to all of them, but no, here we are. Emra asks, which OS are we using? That is a very good question. We, of course, use here our own T2 SDE Linux, because that is the only true vanilla raw like sushi Linux here, only live on this channel. Speaking about which, I think I installed also, yeah, supporting SG-Octane, and so supporting with very few people and amazing automation, some what we even call data and another we call law. Supporting all the architectures, more than many other, with thousands of developers, from ARM to x86, including MIPS, SG-Octane, P3 and stuff. So a lot of people are here for P3, others for MIPS, and all the others for Spark and their other stuff. I wanted to run GIMP, but yeah, I installed GIMP. The other also probably want to do that here. Build that again. Is this the right one? Yeah, it should be the right one. Yeah, so probably optimizing time here. And then testing that later. For me, as I said, not only for you boring to watch, which is amazing that people tune in and share, like, and subscribe it, I really wish to move on. This is always there. I said before 90-10 or 90-10%. The 90% of the work takes 10% of the time, and then the last 10% of, hey, it's building, but it's segmentation faulting, and it's not compiling for PowerPC 32 and stuff, and it takes 90% of the time then. And it's always like you just want to finally get it working. I mean, all the time spent in this, and then we don't even have the latest version to share, which is super frustrating. Obviously, I should probably check if some Hello World, how broken this Rust cross-compile stuff is, if some Hello World runs for PowerPC. But maybe it's not even Rust, we will see. I mean, it's crashing there and some startup stuff. It's hilarious. Anyway, also, what are we doing now? What? Firefox, what have we done here? Oh, wait a second. Did this finish? Hey, did this finish? It did just finish in this minute, but well, we could rsync this while we are at it. Probably not changing too much. That would be new 32 best, or we could, without unmounting all the stuff, we could rsync this PowerPC only opt, and I don't need to unmount everything to be on the safe side. So yeah, now we have all these files in there that we previously probably somehow YOLO'd. We could actually also, I think, also delete without typo. Yeah, this didn't, oh darn, it did delete that, so yeah, okay, fine. Whatever. So it did it update? We will see. Change road in here. Or can we run this from here? Oh, let's better do. I don't have the display variable. Let's better do this from. Also, I have the feeling our OBS becomes a little bit slow in case of load with compiling stuff. New 32. Change road. Loaders and yeah, of course it's the same. Why should it not be the same? No, of course it's the same. Who expected something else? The difference is just that this was a clean build and cleanly installed, and the other was arsync over there from the build directory. So yeah, the more we test, the more we see stuff segmentation faulting. Anyway, that's the update. It's really a pity that, but on the other hand, I did a couple of other small stuff. Also, why did this, what not implemented the no type array, now this, okay, fine, so no GTK +2 for me. At least I did a couple of other things in the to-do. So I did this, well, I YOLO'd that a little bit, and I did the tset data update. Yeah, curious to see. I wouldn't be surprised if this, with the aarch64 also, that was also an old version of Firefox, which actually, did I rebuild that? Not entirely sure. Maybe I didn't rebuild that for the Pine phone yet of previous videos. ADM logs Firefox. Do we have the? We should have the version. So this was successful. And yes, this is 8102. That would actually be curious to know how much that works. But yeah, the more architectures you have, the more you can test and debug and unbug. Anyway, that's it for today. Of course, YouTube complains of this stream output, of not receiving enough data to buffer, as busy as this was here. But as usual, looking forward to your comments, what you want to see and not see, and see you next time. And I hope eventually we get done here with this Firefox stuff. Can't make all those failures up, but yeah, theoretically Spark. The funny thing is, when Spark wasn't building, should we do Spark? Maybe not before we are met with a segmentation fault anyway. No need to patch this yet. Yeah. See you next time.